What's up guys, name is Ray and welcome to another Genshin Impact video. Hypostatic Symphony, the new event, is already in the game. I think it did go live a couple of hours ago, so today is weekend, so I was sleeping. I just woke up. Now I want to cover the event. As you can see, I already did it because the event was quite hard, so I have some footage. I want to put that footage over the video. Then I want to explain you guys like the patterns of this event because it was quite challenging. It is not as easy like the typical events, but you can find events basically press F5 on your PC, go with the compass in your mobile. If you play it, then make sure to get your seize today. It starts from today. Over the next course of these 7 days, make sure to log in, but it does remain 14 days, so if you do miss out on a day, it doesn't really matter. You still will be able to get all these rewards, especially the 300 primer gems. Then here is the Hypostatic Symphony. You can go and challenge the location. It is right here, right from the mountain Aozang. Then you can use this teleporter, move over there, and you will end up being here. So can we see like the details here? If you clear this event for the first time, doesn't matter on which difficulty, you get 60 primer gems. So this is very free to play friendly for the primer gems. But if you want to have like all the other rewards, so if you want to have all these rewards, you need a total score of 20,000, and we have 7 challenges. You can go over the difficulty level. You can pick easy, normal, hard, and expert. So I want to of course show expert because this was the most challenging one. And then you can choose between like the variations for your challenge. And the higher the difficulty is, the higher the multiplier for these points are. So if you pick like everything on the highest, so let's say you would pick everything, then you will be able to get these are like additional buffs, but then you will lose on points. So the highest possible amount that you can get is 4,275. So I didn't do it on that high of difficulty because I don't think that it is necessary. So the overall points that you will need, as I said, are 20,000. Today, as you can see, I did 3,150 as my highest score. So this will stack. So 7 times 3,000, you will need about 2,900 to 3,000 points each day to get your total score of 20,000, so you can get all the rewards. So I think especially Mora, Heroes Wits. So these rewards are pretty damn good. I would take them. I would try to clear it as much as possible. So the first try that I did do was with my sister. I did do it in co-op. I do think that in co-op it is a bit easier because then you can use elemental reactions way more often. But the downside on co-op is you have less characters. So if you die, you will have a problem. But in co-op you can revive. So I will put like the first attempt after my single attempt. So I will put the single attempt after my introduction, of course. Then I will explain the patterns of the first day of the Violet Lightning Concerto 1. And then I will show you the footage of my co-op gameplay. Alright, you just see that I chose expert level. These are all the challenges that I pick. I didn't pick Cryo Resistance because I have a Cryo character in my team. Other than that, you have to choose for yourself if you want to do more damage or if you want to take more damage. These are like the important things. Try to get at least to 3,000 points, as I said, so you will get all the rewards after these 7 days. It is possible to clear it with all 4,000 points, but the event is actually very difficult if you do not have very well-built characters. It is a stat check, actually. So you have to learn like the patterns. So first off, just try to dodge the attacks that he is doing. I think this should be very doable, even if your characters are not that strong. You can see that my Diluc, he did help me out a lot because it is a Diluc with a Wolf's Gravestone. He has some very strong artifacts. So when he does like these electro balls, run to the side to these smaller electro cubes, then these will activate the shield. Try to destroy those shields and stay there. So he will always attack those, activate the shield again. Then you can destroy the shield again. Bestly with cryo or with fire. With cryo it will be a lot easier, so if you do not have Ganyu, just pick another random like Kaya or Chongyeon. Other than that, I think a lot of his attack patterns are easy to dodge as soon as you played it like once or twice. If he goes in this mode, try to stay between those two cubes, so try to stay between two cubes. I did messed out on that, and then run right into the middle and use all the abilities that you can. So I just tried to use like all the ultimates that were up. After he goes back in this mode, I would say try to iframe this, use a ability or dodge it while you run out of the middle of the cube. Yeah. Other than that, regularly just destroy like the shields of this cube outside, so you will always have at least one of those. This one is very annoying. Try to find these small rooms where you can run around with, jump, sprint, use whatever you got, and after this ends, run right into the middle again, use all the abilities like you did before, and yeah, do a lot of damage on that. So I would recommend to jump like a lot, because it doesn't use any stamina while you do this. And on this last part I did mess up a little bit, because I wasn't able to really manage the cooldowns. So in this case you really have to use like a lot of elemental reactions. So I could use like Jean's E, but it was on cooldown. I could use Bennett's E over there, so I would be way faster, but I was like just too slow of that in general. But the last part is not too hard. Just again here, try to find these try to find the place between these two cubes, then you can clear the event very easily. So this was one of my very first runs with my sister, where I did it in co-op. I did this before I did the single player run, where I didn't know a lot about of the patterns. So just by doing the event, I did learn the big advantage in co-op is that we can make use of elemental reactions pretty fast. She applies fire while I apply cryo, so we have melt and we have superconduct at the same time. For especially this one, I didn't know at the beginning that I have to run like on the side, so we just were running away from these balls. And sometimes, yeah, you just see that they did one-shot my Ganyu because I didn't dodge them. There I tried to revive her, but I did miss out on that, so I swapped back to Diluc, then I did revive my Ganyu. In co-op you can do like a lot of more mistakes, I guess, especially if you play like with two people. Only problem is you have less characters, so if one character dies you will only have one character, especially if you play like with 4 people and you only have one character. If your character dies, then you can do nothing. Big advantage in co-op is that you can revive yourself after a certain amount of time without using any items. It only has like a 10-second cooldown, or 9 or 10-second cooldown, where you can revive yourself if you die. My sister did die in this run, so she was able to revive herself. It is also very fun to play this mode in co-op. I would say it is, in general, easier for you, because then you can all pick like your strongest characters. So when I did like do the solo run at the beginning, I needed like Diluc and Ganyu, like 2 of my 5-star characters, and I know that not everyone has multiple 5-star characters built out, and that's like a problem. So that's why I would recommend to do it in co-op actually, because in co-op you can use like your strongest character and all the others will also use their strongest character. Yeah, I did messed it up over there because I wasn't fast enough with my stamina management to get in those small rooms, so I swapped back into my Diluc. My sister was able to revive herself back, and then we did clear the last part to get all the 3000 points in time. Yeah, I hope I could help you out with that, guys. So, explaining pattern for the first day. I won't cover the event for the next days, since I won't have too much time, so I will only cover the first day. Try to get at least 3,000 points every day, so you will end up at least with the name cards. So I would go at least for 14,000 points, so you have all the heroes wits and the name cards. If you want to get those, I would recommend actually to do so, because the event though doesn't take any resin, so I would take everything. These are 18,000 Mora and 32 of the Mystic Enhancement Ores. You will always need those twos, so the bare minimum would be 14,000, which I would recommend, and this one for the players that really need Mora Mystic Enhancement Ores if you really want to maximize the outcome of this event. Yeah. If I could help you out with the event, like, comment, and subscribe. It would help me out a lot, and I'll see you guys next time. If you guys want to see more Genshin Impact content, videos should pop up on the screen right now. Make sure to check them out, and I thank you for your support.